Hi, hey, hello. Alright, so what is this vlog gonna be? I'm not really sure. I think it's gonna be like a weekend of my life, but I don't think I'm going anywhere. I think I'm gonna hunker down and enjoy my apartment because my roommate is out of town. So, there's that. I thought I would also show you some things that I've been currently doing. I went to Michael's, you didn't see, because I didn't think I was gonna film today, but I decided to anyways. I went there because I was looking for frames for prints, as I always do, and for pictures because I always need a frame for something. And while I was wandering about, I was thinking, like, how do I had these, and they were naked. See, obviously they're covered now, but they are naked, got them from my time in Ireland. This is a picture of Dublin. And I was like, how do I display these? Like, what kind of frame? What can I do? And then I was just wandering about and realizing I could put them in little, like, sleeves for cheap and then put magnets on them and then stick them to the fridge. So that's where these are currently residing. I'll show you later. How exciting. These are the little, like, cellophane, like, artist sleeves type of thing. They're card sleeves, but, you know. And I've already put up a picture because I am perfectly fine with, like, putting pictures on the wall with no frames. I like the depth difference and also the texture difference. However, to adhere them, I often use this, like, adhesive. Oh, what is it? This. But I think this is for scrapbooking. So that if I try to put it off the picture, it rips the back of the picture. But it's also really good for, like, sticking to stuff. So that's what I like it. But then I'm sat here with, like, the and then you're taking everything down, everything gets, like, stuck together, and it's just, like, not a good time. And yet I continue to use it. So, but then I was like, oh, perfect, I can wrap the items in this and then still use the adhesive, and then that way it's on this and I can just peel it off the wall or a bookshelf or the fridge or whatever, and the picture is not damaged. Isn't that exciting? I was thinking, because I already I did one for a postcard. And I did one for a picture that I liked. And I was like, oh. Like, how exciting. And then I can put this on the wall. Boom. Back here. Boom. On the bed. Probably not. But yeah. And then I was like, well, here are other postcards I've collected. I have a Lick the Stamp from one of Daniel Ricciardo's, like, things. I wonder where my other one went for him. But yeah, so I was like, I guess I could also frame this. Too bad I don't have, like, a personal photograph with Daniel. Bummer. But, and then I was like, these ones I got from when I went up to Portland and Oregon for my birthday. But I don't really like them. And then I have, also, well, the Aran Islands and then Galway. Because I already stuck up Ireland. And then I was thinking, like, oh, like, the plane tickets don't fit. Well, my Air Italia / Air France ones do if I chop off, like, this part. But I was like, do I want that? So I was like, I guess this one would be the only one that's important because it says Rome and Paris. And then this one is not as fun because it's New York City to Dallas. Boo! Because I think my other air tickets are like, yeah, they're like this. See, like this one is New York to Dublin, Dallas to New York. So that means my other one I have framed. But I was like, those don't fit. Where did the sheet go? They don't fit. Nope. Docs, okay. And then I was thinking maybe I could put my patches in here and turn these into magnets. Like I did this one. But then I'm like, they'll be all wonky. And I'm like, does it matter? And I'm like, do I need more magnets? Who knows? Maybe that's what I'll do. Honestly, I'll just turn them into magnets. Because what am I doing with these patches? What am I doing with them? I'm not going to put them on a jean jacket because I put my Ireland one, my plain Ireland one, on there. So what am I going to do? So we have that. Whoa! That was Legos in a box sliding around. Then I also have Because I was like, I could put that in that. And then I was like, we found this. At the same time, I found my Air Italia, Air France tickets. And it's like my only paper souvenirs from when I went to Italy in 2016. And this was for what I believe was possibly the subway. I don't really know. It's in Italian. And like heat reactive. But then I was like, oh, I could put a picture, like a picture of Venice. Because I have a picture. But I think it's too big. Because that's Edinburgh. That's a girl I'm not friends with no more. This is Dublin. See, here's Venice. Ireland. Inside a building in Chicago. My cousin. Formula One. They're all stuck together. New York. Leaving LA. See, but I was like, this doesn't hold. This is too small. So I can make a little Italy thing. I don't have Italy up here. So, yeah. It's just my brain creatively all over the place. I also just made a pizza. We went to Costco and they had the like 3 margaritas. Is that how you say them? I don't know. And I threw some pepperoni on them. And honestly, it looks delicious. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm going to take this back with me to the kitchen. And I guess we'll see what I do next. Look at this. Can you see? I bought this one, honestly, like 6 months ago. What? Alright, I'm gonna put my patches on that bookshelf. I also think I'm missing like one of these. I could have sworn I had Dublin. I could have sworn. I know I did. I just don't know where it is. BRB. Okay, JK. I don't. Found them. Alright. Time to put them on. I don't really know how to display these, if I'm honest. Okay, my battery died, so I'm just gonna flip you around so you can see. I really didn't do much. I literally just stuck them. Didn't even make any movements, any thoughts. But here it is. I'm thinking I'll put my 2 other postcards like up here. Or like, but that's how it's going. And seeing my gallery wall, like this, I'm just like, ah, it looks so cutesy. Because there's a YouTuber that I just started watching. I don't subscribe to her yet. However, she had a cutesy, quirky, although like all the prints, I was like, you got these off of like, you know what I mean? They did the whole like Decenio or 686 or like because they all have the exact same vibe. And I'm just like, however, I did like how they were arranged all like mismatchy and like oddly spaced, but then like, of course I would, because that is my gallery wall in my living room. So I'm here for the quirky charm of it all. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay, I guess I need to wrap the postcard so I can put it up there. Too bad I don't have a thing that's like Ireland. I haven't wrapped them yet, but I'm just seeing. Because I feel like that feels a lot, but then it also feels very top heavy because I'm like, what's gonna go down here? A picture of Ireland could go down here. Oh. You know what I could put there? Hold on. Oh, I'm definitely gonna go up there, so I have to go down here. I have this picture. I like a lot of sky in my pictures, but it's the bus. Whoop. Doesn't say, making sure that it is in fact Dublin. And I just loved how the bus was tilting as it like shot down. This was over here by some sort of museum. 2 museums. I don't know. I like the lamppost a lot. Their ornate detailing. So it's gonna have to go down here. So this is just like an Ireland wall. This one, I'll just use this little big tape. I was like, I don't have anything. Honestly, I'm not mad at it. Before I sign off for tonight, I thought I would show you what the little like magnet photographs look like. Isn't that cute? It's like little artwork on your fridge. Adorable. JK, I'm back for one more thing. I went to the mailbox. My sister and I ordered prints. And so, are you ready? Oh, I'm excited. Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look. Are they both in here? Oh my god, look at the little angry girlie. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Oh my gosh, there she is. This one's mine. Look at that angry gal. Oh, ready? This is my sister's. Can you see? It's probably hard to see. Look, she's looking up at a little star. Okay, let's see if the frame that I got for my angry girl works. One sec. Okay, this is the frame. Oh, I think it might work. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, it does. That's so funny. She's angry. Oh my gosh. But do I also want to cut off? Yeah, it doesn't really say anything fancy. Stop it. Stop it. Me and my anger. You can't see. Hold on. What if I do it this way? Look at her. Look at her. She is me. Oh my gosh. Well, if you'd like to know, if you're interested, it's Sarah Hagel on Instagram. Adorable. I love it. Oh my god, I love this angry little... Okay. Okay, this should be my last thing because I'm so tired. It's like 6, but I want to go to bed. LOL. curious what I got or what I order, anytime you see me with a coffee, 99.9.999% of the time it is an iced vanilla oat milk latte. My I went to Retrospect and they had a peachy keen, which was a peach peppermint matcha. I was intrigued, but today was not the day to try something new because I went back and forth. Should I go? Should I not go? Should I go? Should I not go? So I was like, we're not gonna try anything new because half of my I don't want to go is I don't want to spend money, and two, I was like, what if I'm disappointed? Because I've been disappointed recently with coffee shops. And then my I do want to go is that like I just wanted out of the house for like a little baby trip that wasn't like in the midst of the scorching heat. So yeah, I think the game plan for today is laundry because it's Friday. We're gonna do laundry. We're gonna vacuum because I vacuum every Friday. I do laundry every Friday. Wipe down the kitchen, and then maybe do something creative. I think maybe framing this or not. I know for sure hanging a photograph over in my like travel area for sure. Did I say maybe paint? We could paint. We really need to read. I am about 6 or 7 books behind in my reading goal. Arcs I need to read. Like one arc I'm pretty sure is already out. It's a racing one, and I think it's like rally cars. And so I'm also, it'd be interesting to see if I like just F1 romances or if I enjoy racing categories collectively, which means I could open up stuff for like rallying, Indy, Formula E. I don't think I'd be into NASCAR, but I guess I could try it. Too bad they don't have one for like the Le Mans. Like imagine having to deal with like a romantic like conflict along with trying to do a 24-hour race. How interesting. Anyways, I'm just yapping. Welcome to the FaceTime vlog. That's what's currently happening here. I went to the dentist for the first time in like 10 or 15 years. Woof, because I didn't have dental insurance, and then the couple years I did have dental insurance, I had this rational fear of having my mouth open and people in it due to COVID. And I was like, no, I can't do it. It makes me uneasy. And finally I got over it and I went, and oof, that bill. But secondly, also the like irritation of having to do stuff in your mouth, because I had the beginning stages of like gum disease, as one would imagine, as someone who hasn't gone to the dentist in 10 or 15 years. That yeah, however, that's not, I feel like that's not a big deal. I was upset about it, and like they did the deep cleaning, right? And I have to go back because they can only do it in portions, so I have to go back and the next couple of days to do the second half. But you know what's the most irritating part of it all? It's not just like the cleaning, because it's like whatever, they numb you, so it's like fine in that day, you're like whatever, you sleep it off. It's the care afterwards. Like my jaw hurts, maybe because I can't open it as wide as they need, so it's like when they're like relax, I'm like, there is no relaxing, my guy. You have put this thing in my mouth and my jaw is resisting it because it doesn't want to be that open. There is no relaxing into it. Crazy thing to say to me. So like my jaw still hurts, which makes like flossing irritating, which I have to do. Obviously should be doing anyways, but especially have to do because of the deep cleaning. So it hurts to like get in there because I can't, even like my normal hinge doesn't, my mouth doesn't want to hinge open to its normal, like, what is it called? Limit? Anyways, but on top of that, then they give you this mouthwash, like antibacterial mouthwash that just burns. Like you rinse and it's fine, but then you spit it out and all it does is it feels like it inflames all of my gums from the bacteria. It really upsets me. And then you have to do the fluoride. And then it's like 3 minutes of the extra fluoride on your teeth, and then you can't eat or drink anything for like 30 minutes. And it's upsetting. And if you ask me if I've done it today, no, because here's the thing. You have to do it after you eat breakfast. So I went to the gym this morning and I ate a little something, obviously, because gym time. And then I came here and I like ate actual breakfast, drank some electrolytes. And then I was sitting here like, that was also a part of the, do I want to go? Do I not want to go? Because it's like, well, if I need to go now so that way I can have some coffee, drink a lot of my coffee, and then still be able to brush my teeth somewhat in the morning time zone and do my whole teeth procedure there. And then I was like, no, I should just do like this and then go. But then I was like, then it gets hot. And you'd be surprised how much sitting in a hot car deters me from going anywhere. Because now that I live somewhere that my car gets parked in a garage, and I see how nice it is to drive around with a car that hasn't been supersonic heated via the sun, I don't really like going places when my car can get supersonic heated. Because I like when my AC can function appropriately. So there was that. Is it kind of gross that all I've done today is like mouth rinse my mouth and like done a light brushing but not fully brushed it to the degree? Maybe. Maybe. I guess sue me. Or tell me I'm gross, I guess. Like, but until you know like it just burns so much. And I really just like, after I did it and I waited 30 minutes and then I drank something, it like altered the flavor profile of that drink and it really upset me. I made it like really like bitter and like metallic-y. Ugh. Anyways, I guess let's skedaddle to the laundry, I guess. Okay, just kidding. JK, we're gonna start with the kitchen. Well, I mean, I pressed the button on the dryer, so I had technically already started the laundry pre-coffee. You just didn't get to see it. You know what's a bummer? Instead of keeping the regular Formica, they just painted over it with white paint. Instead of just keeping probably the ugly 90s brown speckled Formica. And I want so badly to just, because they don't seal the paint, so the paint is sticky and then the paint stains because it's paint. It's stupid. For why? So then it looks like you never wipe down your counters. The same way they don't put tarps on when they paint, so your floor always looks dirty. It's a bummer. Hashtag apartment living. You know what I wish was a thing? To be able to individually buy just a fitted sheet and 2 sets of pillowcases. Because I have, you probably can't see, but right now on my bed I have like a tulip pattern that I really like the way that it's paired with my gingham like duvet. But like I need to rotate them out because the whole reason I have 2 sets of sheets to try to like continuously like rotate them. However, I don't know if I want an extra greeny bedspread. I guess we're gonna try, okay? We're just gonna try because I have energy now and I'm just gonna change them now. Because by the time these go into the wash and come back, it's gonna be midday and I'm gonna be over it. But I wish you could, because sometimes I'm like, ugh, you know what'd be cute? Honestly, even like this orange, like if I get a singular fitted sheet and just 2 queen pillows but a king fitted, just to like spice up the deal. But every time you try to do that, they want, you gotta do the flat sheet and the 2 pillowcases. And it's like, I don't have a king bed. I have a queen bed, but I need a king sheet because of my topper. And it's like, ooh. Or pink and orange, actually. That could be fun. Tough. Anyways, I'm changing my sheets. If I'm honest, I hate it. I think it's all the same like tone. Okay, you're gonna hear the whirling of the fan because it's too hot to turn off my fan for this clip. I was thinking, what if I just ordered a plain white 100% cotton sheet and or pillowcases and then dyed them myself? So I have these 3, green apple, golden yellow, and tangerine. And then I went to RIT. And apparently you can put in what you have and then they'll tell you what you can make. And I don't know if I like any of these. Let's see if they show up well on camera. I was thinking maybe it'd be fun to do like one of these. But then I was like, ooh, I really do kind of like the yellows. But I'm like, do I want yellow as my bed. And then of course you can do all of the greens. I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking. Instead of buying new sheets, what if I just dye these ones? They have little blue like dots on them, and these are the sheets I used to use all the time, and they're queen, and I have a queen bed, and they are a butt munch to get on. However, what if I just dyed these? No, yes, maybe so. Because I really don't like, I'm really thinking I want some actual color in my room. I say that as if like that I already don't have color in my room, but I'm thinking maybe these darker tangerines, because this is literally, well, this one is tangerine and golden cup, and I think this would work well because it's either that one or I'm thinking like this pale tangerine, and I think it would go well. Like, should I make them matching, or should I guess I could make them matching, right? And I'm feeling like maybe that would work with this. Like, I feel like that'd be fun. Or should I do, like, is that too? Like, maybe I want the pillows like that, or the bed sheet like that, and then do, this is just like that. I guess I could also include, if I were to also add filter by product, I already have apple green, I have a golden yellow, I have tangerine, and I also have black. Although the black does scare me. Oh, but those are black. Gross. They were looking kind of purpley, but I don't know why I would think that, because I don't have a red or a blue. Maybe I just do like a darker tangerine and then pale tangerine. And if I F them up, then they can just go back into storage, and they can be what I use for when guests stay over. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I should do arts and crafts. I really wanted to make a phone charm, but I don't think I have the right materials to like attach things to my phone. So maybe we're doing this instead. I just want to know, like, how am I supposed to put a queen sheet? I don't think I have a tub big enough for it. TBD. What am I doing? Who knows? But I guess before I get sidetracked into dyeing things, I should finish my actual cleaning tasks, which would be to vacuum my room. So let's do that. Okay, so it's gonna echo, and you're sitting below my AC condenser. I don't really know what lives inside your building, but upon further review, the color that I was gonna make the bed sheets, I don't have a full bottle of both of these. I only have a full bottle of tangerine, so we're gonna take the full bottle and whatever's left of here, pour it together to dye my sheets. I think a pair of socks and a pair of like white underwear, because why not? And then I'm going to take the green and dye the green, use whatever's left of my green for 2 towels, because one's white and it's gross, and the other one is supposed to be like light peachy, but it looks icky, so I'm just going to dye it green, and it might come out puke, so we'll see, because what is that? Anyways, I'm scared, but shake, shake, shake. Are you ready? Well, I have about half a bottle of this, so toodaloo. Whoa, Nelly. That's a wild color. Okay, well, time for the towel test. On a random note, just so you know, I'm winging all of this because I don't have the appropriate amount of dye, obviously. I don't have the proper amount of salt. And I didn't measure out the liquid soap. I care enough to make it semi-accurate and don't care enough to postpone doing this till I have all the items. So, that's just how it goes. Oh, that should be fun. You know? All right, so all my stuff has been there nearly an hour. I think I need to give it like 5-10 more minutes and it will officially be an hour, and then I'm gonna pull it out. But here's the sitch. I'm thinking that I have a pair of my mom's old jeans that don't fit her anymore, and I took them because like nice Levi jeans are like a lot of money. And I'm like, should I take these to go get tailored? But what if I just want cutoffs? I'm like, what if I'm thinking of cutting them like this because they're 501s and these are 501 shorts. And what if I just cut them and dye them like lightly orange? You know what I mean? Like put them in for 10 minutes and take them out. That's what I'm thinking. Because I don't think I'm going to wear these because I really like the wedgie fit. And yeah, so I just took my 501s that I wear. And I'm not cutting them to the exact length. Because I'm going to leave myself some like room. But I also want to make sure that they're like even, and they are. So I'm just going to cut them. I'm kind of scared. I don't really want to use these scissors, but I don't have fabric scissors. And yeah, you hear the whirling because it's the fan committing to the bit. Ah! Slow and steady. Slow and steady. You know, not even, but what's a gal to do? You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, there goes the AC. Because it's what? So hot. Those look a little long. Which was the point, right? Because they are longer than... No, or maybe I honestly made the right choice. Okay, let's try them on. BRB. Alright, forgive the horrible lighting. I hate it too, don't worry. I was going to dye these orange. But I think just cutting them, they are longer than my other ones. Or maybe they're not. Anyways, this really changes my mind. I don't think I'm going to dye them. I think they're going to live like this in my drawer. And now I have 3 pairs of jean shorts. I do have another pair that is like kind of this wash, but they're Abercrombie, so they're like wide. And these ones are, I guess you could say, straight or tapered. Part of me is like, what if I cut like a slit? And I'm like, or a triangle. And I'm like, is it that serious? I don't know, we'll sit on that decision. I'm feeling real impulsive. We need to watch it. So. Alright. It's officially been an hour. Are you ready? Oh my gosh, it looks so orange on camera. Maybe it is. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dump the dyed water. Oof, ready? This is so much water. I don't really know if that's enough water. Yeah, the AC is going again. But here's the last step. So you're gonna put the whole thing in. I fear I may have made a mistake, but they're so orange. We're just gonna do this. Oh my god. I'm so tired. I don't know if it's worse for the environment to buy new items or to have used all of the water I just used and will be continue to use. Tough. Okay, the dryer's done. I think I made a mistake. Okay, don't get me wrong. These towels, I think, will look really good in my pink flamingo themed bathroom because there's some like orange and yellow in the flamingo. So I'm like, honestly, perfect. And this does look better than the dingy like pink salmon it was. So there's that. This one was white. I don't know if you can really tell. I think they basically turned out the same. But here's the kicker. So here's the towel I just threw in there because that's what I was like wiping down stuff with. I was like, well, just make it like orangey. I think I don't know how I feel about the sheets. Oh my gosh. They're so orange. Which was the plan, right? Tough. Oh. Okay, I guess let's see him next to the duvet. That feels like, is that bad? Is that horrible? Let me get the other one. Now, is that too much? I think it might be too much. What if it was in the back? Does that look better? I don't know. I think I effed up. One sec. It does feel very loud. Because I kind of like how bright it is, like, in the background. I guess let me do this again. In reality, I think it's feeling a little too warm and my green's a little too cool. No. I think I fucked up. I don't really know. I'm gonna leave them like that instead of folding them and putting away and see if it just like grows on me. Cause it's like kind of fun, like I go out there and I'm like, oh, that's cute. Like in here, like, but then when I look at it, I'm like, whoa. You know what I mean? I'm like, I took a picture of it, I'm like darker orange or pink. Like a pinkier orange. What if I did, you think I could turn the, you think I could make purple from this orange? Like, is that what I should have probably done? See, because then there's that. So does the purple work? But I can't turn that into purple, can I? Hey, hi, hello. All right, you saw me at Michael's because guess what? We're going on a journey to de-dye, undye my sheets that I dyed last night. Because here's the thing, they're too orange. I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much. So it says 2 packets for a small load. So I'm thinking, because I don't want to fully remove it, because I'm going for something like this. Like I still want there to be dye. Then I'll do 1 packet. And according to these instructions, I just toss this bad boy in there. And then once it's done, I'm like, yeah. Either I like the color removal or I don't. I also bought Fix It. Just in case, because I still have green and black. So if I don't, just in case, always good to have on hand. Also, half the price if I get this at a grocery store versus the craft store. I feel like that shouldn't be true. Especially if I could get the dye, and too bad grocery stores don't have more dyes. Because half the price at a grocery store. But I picked up pink just to maybe like, I don't know, peach it up a bit. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll return it and get $7 back. But yes, so that's the deal. I think today's docket is undying my sheets. Hanging this photograph. This is Arthur's seat. And I don't know what this is, but it's on Calton Hill in Scotland, in Edinburgh. And it's one of my favorite photographs I took. There's just, sometimes I look at these photos and I think like, oh, somebody who took like photography classes would like grill me because there's so much sky. But I just really, I don't know. I just love the composition of this photograph. So there's that. I think also too, we're gonna try to, I've never framed a t-shirt before, but I wanna frame my Pickle Day t-shirt. I didn't forget I went to Pickle Day because I did go to this New York City festival 2 years in a row in 2018. In 2019, however, I only have a t-shirt from 2019 because my friend at the time, who's not my friend anymore, she was like showing me around, and I kept wanting to stop at the merch stands, and she was like, no, 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 don't worry, like it'll all be there, as if like she's not a born and raised Brooklynite. Is that what you call people who are born and raised from Brooklyn? Brooklynites? I don't know. And it's New York pre-COVID, and you're gonna tell me that they're not gonna sell a lot of merch and stuff? Anyways, we go back, and there's nothing left for me to get from 2018. So the first stop we did in 2019, when I went with my other friend, who happened to have been her boyfriend, who they weren't boyfriend girlfriend no more, and she wasn't my friend no more. So I went with him to 2019, and it was the 20th anniversary. And then I tried to see if they ever came back post-COVID, and I don't see anything. So if any New Yorker or anybody who lives in New York who may or may not actually know about the Pickle Fest that was on the East End, I'm guessing the Lower East Side, let me know. I'm trying to go up. This used to happen in October, and I really want to go to New York in October and use the last of my Southwest points. So maybe, if anybody knows, nobody knows, nobody sees these videos but my family and the like couple of handful of internet strangers. But that's the plan, Stan. Also, if you're curious, I also picked up energy drinks. I don't think you cared, but I think the undying is going to commence. Stressful, stressful. We're gonna do hot water. I just don't understand how I'm supposed to trick the washer into agitating. See? Mira. Oh, I guess, well. Oh. Well, I did that. It doesn't smell good, tell you what. I guess, honestly, how long does it take for a washer to start agitating? How long does it take for a washer to load water? This does really feel so incredibly unenvironmentally friendly. Washer's going, you saw it. I'm thinking this should go here. The part of me is like, oh, over here, but I don't like that. So, look at this very 90s stool. Dude, there's something in this wall. I'm like, it's like the entire thing is just, or maybe I just keep hitting like the 4x4s. There we go. Yeah, now I kind of want something rectangular right there. Now I guess, let's try to do this. Alright. I think I'm going to put it in this one because the other two that I got are white. You might jiggle a little bit because you are on the table. And I am working on the table. So if you didn't know, so what I'm doing is I just put this on top of the image, and I'm gonna cut a little extra so that way it can, like, I can pull it taut in the frame. See, the tough part is you gotta keep fabric like semi-taut too. That's, I know, maybe I shouldn't have pulled it taut. This is stressful. Also, this was a custom ink shirt. Y'all remember custom ink? Are they still a thing? Okay, so not like even, but girl, what are you gonna do? Okay. Wow. Okay, this wall's just gonna be like unbalanced because I think I'm gonna put it above the canoodle because it doesn't feel right to go over, like, this doesn't feel correct. There's my battery. This doesn't feel correct, so we're gonna go here. See? That one goes all the way. I need carpenter's pants. Here's the situation. I used 2 packets, and to everyone's horror, they're still orange. It didn't do anything. And I'm slightly frustrated about the whole process because I don't want to leave the house again to go buy more dye. But here, so, I mean, buy like more remover. I was like, what if I just threw the pink in here? A whole bottle of pink on top of this and made an orangey pink. I still feel like that would be too much for me, and a part of me just wants to like leave these in here for tomorrow's try. Because also it really concerns me the amount of water that I'm using to like correct and like manage this. So I'm like, I should just leave these wet so that they don't have to get wet when I choose to dye them. And then, because it really just feels like someone just hand deliver me like dye. No. Anyways, I'm pissed. I also learned in this time period while all this was happening that when you rinse your mouth with the antimicrobial mouth rinse that you're supposed to when you have like, I guess, gum disease or whatever the dentist tells you, it changes the flavor profile in your mouth for up to 4 hours afterwards. Because I like waited my 30 minutes after everything and I was like, ew, this tastes gross. And I thought I was like imagining it. No, I googled it and apparently whatever's in there alters the flavor profile. Probably because it kills all of the bacteria in your mouth. And it's disgusting. Like, I don't know even how to describe it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to leave it because I'm frustrated and I'm angry and I'm mad. And I'm going to do something impulsive if I don't step away. It's a good thing I don't really love these sheets. And they were like, I just wanted to do something fun. The impulse. But at this point, having to have bought more fixant. Well, no, it's still, at this point, I'm still technically cheaper. Which is buying the remover and dyeing my own stuff. I was gonna say, it's just as expensive. No, actually, not even. It's like been 1/3 of the cost if I would have bought new sheets. Anyways, maybe we'll paint. I should probably read. I'm too restless to read, honestly, too, so. But I should. But I don't want to. Okay, I'm out. Hi, good morning. Okay, I didn't film anything after the debacle that was undying my sheets, you know, but really I played myself because it said for a large load to do 4 and then I only did 2, which I think maybe if I do 3 I could see some results because I didn't really want to suck all the dye out, you know what I mean? That fix it really works. The dye fix it or whatever that you do after you dye your clothes. Anyways, that'll be possibly a future me problem. So I basically painted and then passed out. There are my neighbors. Thump, 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 thump. On the docket today is catching up all of my journals and catching up all my journals. And then I think I'm gonna run the dishwasher and just do the dishes that I've collected. That way my roommate has like a fresh dishwasher to come home to. And move my sheets. Honestly, yeah, move the sheets out of like the dryer area so that way if they want to wash anything when they get home, they can, and none of my stuff's in the way. And that's pretty much it. Well, I'm like putting my stuff away because I like to come home to a very clean apartment. It's tough when you got a roommate, but I like to at least make sure that most of my stuff is like out of their way if they like need to sprawl out after you come home, you know, to unpack. Not that they ever like do. I think I'm more of the sprawler. But Oop, that was my water bottle. Anyways, that's the plan. And I've really got nothing else to say. So I guess you'll see me in the next clip doing whatever I need to do. Y'all, I thought I only had from Thursday to today to do. Tell me why I also didn't do anything Monday, Tuesday. Damn it! Oh my goodness, I'm finally done updating my journal. Ready? For Monday, I just did a blast from the past, so I wrote down, I checked my Instagram archive and posted all of the August 11th things that I posted. Then I talked about what happened on Tuesday, which was, as you know from this vlog, the dentist. I had already had the 13th all filled out, and then for the 14th, technically my half birthday is the 13th, but I did a giant to-do list. So instead I did like a little checklist of things like countries I visited, states I've lived in, favorite color. Technically, I did a poem on the 15th from a TikToker. I did the headlines for the 16th, and today I'll do a to-do list. But you don't need to see the to-do list, nor do I think you actually care, and I didn't hit this one part with an eraser, so there's that. Oh, I also, you didn't see, but I prepped spaghetti and I prepped buffalo chicken for the week, and I'm still not done updating my journals. I just speed run that because my roommate is coming home and I wanted, again, like I said, to make sure everything is clean and clear. So hi, good morning. We're whispering because it's 3 hours of the morning. I'm being lit by my laptop. So, oop, there it went. Anyways, I've come to close this out. Whatever this was, chaos. Chaos. And not a book read. But it's okay. I think I might be getting out of my slump this week. I'm fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Anyways, that's all there is. Also, I've been listening this morning while doing morning pages to Conan Gray's new album. So it's not bad. I like this better than Found Heaven for sure. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have, I don't know, a good week. The best week you could have, depending on the circumstances. I hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, live your best life. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.